Well, welcome back. In 2018, there were two major occurrences that impacted the Wisconsin Dairy Promotion Board. One was a name change to Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, and the other dealt with a new product label.
We have over, I think as of last week, probably 82% of the cheese companies and dairy companies have signed the contract to move over to the new Proudly Wisconsin badge, which we know from research will really enhance the consumer's understanding that this cheese is from Wisconsin. The one thing I hear most from farmers is, what are you guys doing to make sure that we have Wisconsin cheese everywhere? Well, we have Wisconsin cheese in over 80,000 stores. But the old logo was a little difficult for people to understand, to read. So we really believe that this is going to help people understand that this is Wisconsin cheese. Wisconsin cheese is in demand.
And when we talk about Wisconsin's edge in the cheese industry, you have to mention the state's impact on the specialty cheese market.
Over the last 10 years, we've grown probably 900+ million pounds of cheese. 48% of that has been in specialty cheese. So, we're really fortunate to have that segment. The people that made that decision 20 years ago to step off of commodity and into the specialty world, you got to commend them, because that's really what's differentiated us.
Now, another key success for the Checkoff Board has been in the partnerships formed with other companies.
We partner up on a national level with people like Domino's and Pizza and the big pizza chains, and because of the work Checkoff has done with them, that's another hundreds of millions of pounds of milk and cheese that are incremental to Wisconsin and the nation every year.
And the work done by the Center for Dairy Research has also played a role in Wisconsin's prominent position on the world cheese market.
On the cheese front, they've had a hand in developing 6 of the last 11 U.S. Cheese Championship products. They're working on whey products, milk products, anything we can do, and they're spending a lot of time on trying to figure out how do we create products that can be sold abroad to drive that international number up even higher.
Well, some unseasonable weather has brought some unreasonable field conditions. This unusual January weather is taking its toll on farmers' fields and crops. Chad Roethlisberger tells us more about the conditions and how they are impacting our area farmers.
Our winter so far this season has been anything but consistent, and with heavy rain and now cold temperatures making a return, this is causing some issues for wintertime crops.
The weather cycle that we've had has certainly not been ideal. With a freeze-thaw cycle, rain that ultimately bridged up and now is ice forming on top of our alfalfa plants is not an ideal scenario.
Barta says that the ideal conditions would be for temperatures to hold steady throughout the winter season with a good snowpack.
What's happened this winter I wouldn't say is detrimental, but yet certainly raising concern, certainly causing some talk in the farming industry.
While the swings in temperatures are concerning, it is still too early to determine how much, if any, damage will be done to the crops.
As we get closer to spring, coming into the growing season, we'll start making those final calls of which fields made it through, what percentage of fields we got to replant or reestablish. Certainly not in a panic mode right now, but it does raise some concern as we're looking into the spring months.
Reporting in